Welcome back to reading every Marvel comic. This is the world's greatest comic magazine, the Fantastic Four, issue number 14. Here we go. How much action, how much drama do you crave? Be on hand when the Submariner strikes. Still hate his name. At last we meet again, but this time on my terms. Undersea Monarch versus America's greatest superheroes, plus the surprise return of another former villain. It looks like Sue's trapped again. What else do you expect from these comics? Once again, the Fantastic Four face the threat of Submariner and the Merciless Puppet Master. Here we go. Once again, the Stan Lee script, art by Jack Kirby, inking Dick Ayers, and lettering by Art Simic. Part 1. Having defeated the Red Ghost in the Moon last issue, the world's most popular superhero team heads for home in a new adventure. At least they have some good continuity. It's nice to see that. Move, but the thing is, I'll take over the controls now. It's time to land this crate. Okay, partner, but the way I designed this bird, she can practically land herself. I'm grabbing 40 winks. Wake me when we've landed. We just received radio landing clearance. Wonder if we'll ever receive much of an ovation when we land, Reed. At the first Earthmen to return from a round trip to the moon, you can bet on it, lady. All air traffic halted within 1,000-mile perimeter. Fantastic Four land at will. Here they come. They made it. They really made it. As the mighty moonship bears to land, excitement reaches a fever pitch all over the Earth, especially in the free world. At New York's gigantic Idlewild Airport, all eyes scan the blue sky above until finally, there's the ship, Charlie. Keep rolling. Got her clear as a bell. Look at her gliding smooth as silk. Hard to believe she's the brainchild of one man, but I guess when the man is Reed Richards, it could be. Emergency vehicle, stand by. Roll that truck over here. Move. Just think, this scene is being transmitted by Telstar to every part of the globe. It's them, all right. See the number 4 on the tail? Good work, thing. It's a perfect landing. Well, what'd you expect? It's my job, ain't it? And as the great ship finally comes to rest, look at that turnout. We'll be mobbed. First guy who asks me to make a speech gets a fat lip. You can't blame people for being excited, Ben. Oop. What a mob. Maybe if I could flame off, I could lose myself in the crowd. Sure, if a million cameras on you and wearing that bright blue getup, you're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna lose yourself. What do you use up for a brain, Squirt? Look, there he is. It's Mr. Fantastic. Sarge, help, I can't hold these nutty females back. I'd die for a lock of his hair. Now, girls, take it easy. Let's not lose our dignity. This is the Mr. Fantastic fan club, apparently. This is what this. I like they're predicting stuff in the 60s before they even happen. The Beatles just released their album, I believe, 63. This is really early 63. So they probably don't know what the Beatles are yet. And so this is very similar to that. And they land on the moon for men land on the moon. And that's well. That Stan Lee and Jack Kirby predicted what the 60s were going to be like. Who knew? That voice, those eyes, those shoulders, he's too much. Two raw fan clubs fighting over Mr. Fantastic. What a shot. We saw him first. He's ours. Meanwhile, at every big event, there's always someone who tries to cash in on the publicity. And my fearless wrestler, the Golden Angel, challenges a thing to meet him in a fight to the finish. Did you get all that, boys? Of all the crummy balls. So you're the Golden Angel, huh? Well, I ain't gonna wrestle you, and you know why. 'Cause you're so big and tough, never shaking my itty-bitty boots, that's why. Sue Storm too has her problems, but you can't turn down a chance like this, a lifetime Hollywood contract. Don't listen to him, I'm prepared to pay you a fortune to endorse our deodorant on TV. Where did she go? She must have turned invisible. Some people just have no gratitude. At, at that moment, high over the airport, a strange warm air funnel suddenly appears, hovering over Sue Reed and the Thing. The only way to get my little partners away from the mob. I've been waiting for a chance to try this little gimmick. The whirling warm air forms a suction and vacuum, and then, oh my god, how many fucking powers are they gonna give the Human Torch? Read, Ben, what's happening? We're being drawn out into this warm air funnel by the torch, and just in time too. Oh, I didn't even get a chance to club anybody back there in the mob. Hi, group. I thought you'd never get here. After catching their breaths, the colorful foursome heads for their regular suite via their private rooftop elevator. I don't know whether I ought to thank you or pace you, one hothead. Why don't you just go get a job as a food tester in a freezing factory? Finally, upon reaching their inner sanctum, this is the life. Wake me up at Christmas. Next Christmas. I think I'd better be doing a little house cleaning. Just sit so long as you do it silently. few hours later, after a good rest, things are back to normal again with the Fantastic Four. There, that finishes my scientific report to NASA about our new rocket fuel. Now I'll find Sue and ask her to type it up so that we can dispatch it to Washington via special courier. Courier. I know that word, but I can't say it right now. There she is, operating my new experimental roving eye TV. Apparently, she's got it focused at the bottom of the sea. So there you are, Sue. I've been looking for you. Oh, Reed, you startled me. She blanked out in alarm, and I'm sure I know why. You're still thinking about the submariner, aren't you, Sue? No, don't answer. There's no need to. Sometimes I wish you could find him again, so we could sell things between us once for all. And after giving Sue the report to type, strange how nobody is even really master of his own fate. I always thought of myself as being able to accomplish almost anything. With my scientific talent and my super flexible body, it seemed that nothing could ever defeat me. Nothing could outsmart me, and no problem could long remain unsolved when I put my mind to it. No obstacle could stop me if I didn't wish to be stopped. Perhaps I allowed myself to get too overconfident, too convinced of my own ability to accomplish anything I set my mind to. For now, though, the world knows me as the invincible Mr. Fantastic. I am unable to win my most cherished goal. I'm unable to conquer the heart of I am unable to completely conquer the heart of the girl I love. In the next room, another heart is heavy too. I might as well adjust the roving eye viewer to total recall. The oceans are too vast, too deep, too endless. Some runner could be anywhere. Thus, at the electrical signal trigger 1,000 miles away, a rover begins to rise from the ocean depths and head back to New York, another marvel created by the brilliant scientific brain of Reed Richards. The Sioux Stormer is another means to locate the monarch of the sea, a means which failed. But in a seedy little sanatorium outside of the town, a scene takes place between which will have far-reaching consequences for a fantastic cast of characters. No need for you to stay here any longer. You're cured. I knew that. I was cured months ago. I have been staying here to let the world forget me. But you would not understand. After leaving the rest home, the strange little man wanders through town, thinking, muttering to himself, and whittling, absolutely absent-minded. The fools thought that failed fall had killed me months ago. How wrong they were. Now it's time for me to come out of hiding to plan a fitting revenge on the accursed Fantastic Four. But I shall not risk my own neck. I shall get a scapegoat to do the job for me. But whom shall I use? Perhaps some old enemy from their past. Perhaps the Mole Man, or one of the alien scrolls. No, the foursome brat beat them all once, and they might do it again. Doctor Doom once fought them to a standstill, but it is said he has vanquished from the earth. Wait, I have it, the ideal tool for Master at hands. The mighty Submariner is he who should do the bidding of Puppet Master. At that moment, many fathoms beneath the sea, which is his kingdom, the almost legendary Submariner is still searching for some traces of his vanished people. It finds a startling clue. At last, I found what I've been seeking. A shifting undersea fault has revealed these traces of artificial shelters. This is definitive proof that my people have been here for the last decade. I must follow the trail, no matter how long it takes. I must find my race. I must claim my real heritage. But suddenly, as though struck a violent blow by an unseen hand, the mighty Prince Namor comes to an abrupt halt. A powerful occult force takes control of his mind and body. Ugh! Cannot go on! Like a man in a trance, he returns to his hidden headquarters, looking neither left nor right. Must return, must perform a mission. He cannot disobey, the puppet master commands it. Flinging apart a pair of heavy drapes, the submariner faces the strangest form of undersea life known to man, the wondrous Mento fish, which can sense human thoughts and transmit them at any point on Earth through mental electric waves. Facing the awesome creature, the only fish of its type in the world, Namor thinks but one thought over and over again. Sue, this is Submariner. Meet me. And like an instant voice whispering in her ear, Sue hears, Submariner, meet me. It's him, it's Namor at last. I got to go to him, and he needs me. Mustn't let the others see me. They'll make a war party of it. They knew where I'm going, and I must go alone. It's my only chance to learn if I really do care for Submariner. Following the silent instructions whispered in her brain, Sue finally finds herself at a deserted pier on New York's Lower East Side. I remain invisible until I make certain it isn't a trick or trap. No, it can't be a trap. It's him. I know him anywhere. Namor, I've come. Why don't you speak? Why don't you say something? Wordless, the sea monarch suddenly moves aside to reveal a fluttering hypnofish. Hypnofish. Behind him, with its single hypnotic eye focused upon Sue. Sue is under a spell now. Do as I instructed. At Namer's command, the amazing creature forms a huge air bubble around the docile figure of Sue Storm, and then you see of her. She'll be able to breathe normally until we reach the domain, there to await the further orders of the puppet master. And so, having blindly followed her heart, the visible girl is unwillingly set to the stage of one of the Fantastic Four's most dangerous adventures, as the grinning figure gloats over the success of this vengeful plan. And now it's time for step 2. Back in his hideout, Master dons a lead-lined suit, and that seems pretty safe. Lead-lined? I mean, come on. Safe as anything. As long as they're radioactive, clay holds out. I'm complete master of any living creature whose form I mold into a puppet. Then, when the clay has been treated and coated with a thin film of lead paint, my yeah, lead paint, that's safe. Alright, my revenge will be much sweeter if I do not manipulate the Fantastic Four. For instead, I shall leave them their their free will while the Submariner under my control defeats them. And back at the Skyclipper headquarters, the Fantastic Four are still unaware of the dire danger which awaits them. Hey, how much longer do I have to hold this blam thing? It feels like it weighs 10 tons. It does, that's the idea. I'm trying to test once and for all exactly what the limits of your strength are. Well, the blazing brat, just stop playing hide and seek around me or I'll shove this oversized toothpick down his throat. I'm just trying to see hey, look who's there. Submariner, out of my way. I'm way ahead of you, pal, he's mine. Hey, what gives? I went right through him. Yeah, well, I won't. Yeah, fish face, here's a little 10-ton grinning for you. Holy Hannah! Are we up against a ghost or something? Easy, Ben, there's more to this than meets the eye. That isn't some runner at all, it's just a mental projection of him. Remember, that's one of his powers, or use of undersea image transmitter. And I have come to tell you, the Invincible Girl is my prisoner. He remembers numerous startling words. The Human Torch streaks from chamber to chamber until he must be right. She's gone. And now, as my image fades away, I fling this challenge at you. I defy all of you to invade the undersea realm and attempt to rescue Sue Storm, for if you do, I shall destroy you all. He's gone. We're going after him. We'll rip up half the ocean floor if we have to, but we won't return without Sue. Now let's move. Meanwhile, on a small Navy surplus, a one-man sub, I have done it. I have assembled my little cast of characters. And now the stage is set, the curtain is up, let the action begin. And for no one of the actors realizes the puppet master is directly behind the scene. I shall witness the final destruction of my arch enemies at the hand of the powerful pawn, Submariner. And back in New York, we know how dangerous Namor is, so just on the chance that we don't return from the mission, we better leave the key to our secret files with the police commissioner. Are you kidding? What chances does animated sardine have against us? Reach right, mate. We owe it to the police. Well, while you campfire boys do your good deed, I'm going to say goodbye to Alicia. I don't want her worrying about where I am. We'll meet at our private pier in 30 minutes. Minutes later, at Midtown parking. What? Oh, for goodness sakes. Hold on there, fella. This parking lot is only for automobiles. Automobiles. You can't park there, that thing here. Where have you been, Mac? Didn't you see a car of wings before? Well, there's nothing in the rules about flying cars. Just have to play safe. I'll have to charge you double rates. There's the dough, Smiley. Now go split it with your partner, Jesse James. Then at Alicia's apartment studio. Oh, Ben, I'm so afraid the Submariner is so powerful, so unpredictable, and you'll be facing him when he's strongest in his own domain. Well, Reed, Johnny, and yours truly ain't exactly babies in the arms. Oh, but Ben, if anything were to happen to you, I don't know what I'd do. You mean so much to me. I'd be so alone with no one to look after me. I was, I, I wasn't meathead to come here. I could stand to see a girl cry. Okay, baby, you got it. I'll take you with us. Whatever happens, we'll be together. And so, just admit, that's my job. I'll back the contractor up for you. In a pig's eye, you will. Nobody handles that little job but me. Besides, you're wasting my time. You ought to be out looking for others, suckers who can overcharge. Here, laughing boy, to make sure I don't scrape anybody's fenders, why don't I just jet out here, I'll just move these other heaps safely out of the way. Don't! How will I explain to the owners? Cut it out! Oh, have a heart, will you? Tell just the old pirate not to chart dope from my fantastic car. I'm well sorry I didn't leave those jalopies piled up there, but instead of putting them back again after he got the message. Oh, Ben, dear, if only he could learn to control your temper. No chance, honey. I got a rep to live up to. Can't just point my pain in public. Exactly 30 minutes later, Admiral Sawyer was very cooperative. Ben, he lent us the experimental bathoscope. Bathscope. Okay, I'm bad speaking. No questions asked. Welcome aboard, Alicia. We had a hunch Ben would be bringing you. For the love of Pete, I was all set for a knockdown argument about why I can't take her with me. Now all the speeches I prepared were wasted. Then, after reaching one of the deepest ocean areas, hey, Big Brain, how do you know what part of that puddle you're going to find the submariner in? I don't. We'll have to take a pot luck, but I suspect he inhabits the very deepest regions, such as this area. Be on guard, all of you. Submariner is probably observing our every move through one of the countless undersea devices. Yeah, well, I'm just shivering in my little pink boots. Let him observe all he wants to. When we find him, we'll mop up the ocean floor with him. Suddenly, as if by some sonic command, the entire sea is to grow hostile to the tiny bathysphere. Look out! We're being attacked by huge shooting quills from a giant undersea porcupine. Those barbs can't hurt us, but this is only the beginning. Hang on, something caused an underwater tornado. If it keeps up too much longer, this tube will shake itself apart. Open the escape hatch, Reed. I can't help my flame. Don't let him do it, Reed. Come back, hothead. You'll drown out there. Torch, wait! Don't worry, thing. By making the flame white hot, I can temporarily turn the water to steam, dispelling the spitting current while my flame lasts. Flame on! There, I did. The tornado stopped whirling, but it dispatched too much of my flame. I'm cooling off. Can't hold my breath much longer without water pressure beginning to crush me. Well, at least I saved the others. Now they've got to find Sue. Got to. But suddenly a strong, supple arm reaches out and skillfully, sure fingers finds the objective. Got him. Now, if I could just pull him into the escape hatch before my lungs burst from lack of oxygen. Dragging the helpless lad towards him inch by inch, second by second, the duo finally reaches the safety of the I think it's pretty sure it's the bathysphere is what they call them, but they didn't spell it like that. I'm just gonna keep saying bathysphere. Anyway, here again. They'll be okay after a little rest. Sure, unless Submariners has any other cute tricks to spring on us. Was the thing realized how prophetic his words are for that the very moment. They escaped my first two traps, but now the battle begins in earnest. That's it, my unsuspecting victims. Closer, come a little closer. Ha! Little they seemed to expect that. What seemed like a rocky ledge was really the open shell of a gigantic scavenger clam. And then, if you wonder how you got here, the giant clam which trapped you gives off chloroform vapors, which puts its victims to sleep. And now you are awake, and you are my prisoners. Don't bet on it, Namor. Only time will tell whether you captured us or whether we've finally succeeded in tracking you down. Bah, your false bravado does not impress me. And now let me show you my prisoner, the one you foolishly came to rescue. There I have but to draw the curtain to reveal your precious Sue Storm inside an air-filled globe in a trophy tank guarded by the mightiest octopus of the seven seas. Look at it, it's trying to crush the globe. The glass-up globe ever breaks. I like how they spell globe two different ways in that one sentence. Easy, Johnny. There's something strange about Submariner in his own and inhuman way. He loves Sue. He never put her in jeopardy like that. Let's get him. I'll battle you one by one, as it is custom upon my people. Who shall be the first? Me, you flat-headed creep. That's my sister in there. Flame on! Prepare yourself for a surprise, Torch. There is an undersea creature which lives in cold, icy caves to keep alive. It's actually devours any kind of heat. And this is it, the living weapon which I have shall defeat you. Flaming power, once and for all. A ravenous, unthinking flame eater. It's working, absorbing the heat from your body as a sponge absorbs the water. Getting weak, all the flame, all the stream draining blade from me can't stay all off. Look at yourself, Torch. Behold the fabulous, fabled hero of millions. My flame eater has been enough to absorb no more. He has done his task well. All that remains is for me to finish the job with my bare hands. Well, what are you waiting for? I never learned how to say uncle. Oh no, you don't, fish face. That little That brave little kid is worth a dozen double crossers like you. This was supposed to be a hand-to-hand fight. If you can bring in those creepy sea creatures of yours, then Torch can use a little help too. Brother, he's gonna get it. You will find that Prince Namor is not a puny surface man who cringes at the sound of the thing's voice. Holy Hannah, you're as slippery as an eel. Come back here and fight, you weasel. I'll fight you, never fear. But the ugly blunders, oof, we shall not fight my way, on my terms. Here, let me toss you a little present. Ow, it's razor sharp. It's my Daggerdale coral is not to your liking. Well, then prepare, perhaps a bit of deep sea fungus will suit you better. Come down and fight, you crumb. Crumb, you'll probably be throwing spitballs next. Oh, but I neglected to mention one thing. You will find that piece of fungus more dangerous than you suspected. You see, if it spreads out in contact with any living thing, engulfing whatever it touches as it grows harder and harder, there, you lumbering clod, I have beaten you. I have trapped you in a living prison, a prison from which there is no escape. That's it, thing. Struggle helplessly, writhe and bend, and flex you now. You're now useless muscles. In another second, even active, will be impossible for you. So, did anyone ever tell you you got a big mouth? Good work, partner. We'll begin getting to shake his confidence now. I'll fish him off while you look after Sue. I hear you talking, Big Daddy. You wait there, Alicia, baby, and I'll bring you back some octopus pie. You managed to fight the others to a standstill by resorting to powers other than your own, but now I won't give you that chance to summon their help. Oh, it's just you and me, Namor. My power against yours. The others make the most noise, but I always felt that you were the most coldly dangerous of all. But you shall see the Submariner is still your master. You bragged you bragged off a living person over the thing. How do you feel being trapped in a living cell? The bars are composed of my elongated arms. You can maintain the pressure forever. You'll have to release the tension sooner or later, and when you do, meanwhile, don't worry, Sugia. I know you can't hear me in there, but I'm coming to set you free. Just hold on a little longer. First thing I gotta do is get rid of that giant octopus. Well, if it ain't Saturday night, but a little bath never hurt anybody. Look at the size of that gaping globe. If I saw this in a comic mag, I wouldn't believe it. School one for our side. He turned away from me trying to share the globe, and now he's coming after me. Let's grab hold of these tentacles before I know what's happening. His brain's so small that I'll swim out here before you can think of trying to break my hold. Okay, Coles, hang on. You're going for a little ride. And then as a monstrous, unthinking creature goes skimming towards the top of the Namor's enormous domed headquarters, the thing rushes to Sue Storm. Hold your breath, Sue. I'll have you out of here in 2 seconds. Brave kid, not a whimper out of her. First time I ever saw a female could keep her mouth shut so long. But as the triumphant thing carries Sue to safety, another pair of eyes are focused on the tense scene. Flashing far more powerful than my thoughts. This was not the way I planned it. Even in his own sea lair, the cursed force made it succeed in fitting the submariner. No longer can I let the things take their natural course. Now I myself must take a hand. It is time for me to destroy them all. Now that the girl is free, Mr. Fantastic has released Namor, but the Submariner has not really tried to kill them, only to defeat them. I must change that. I must make him destroy the Fantastic Four forever. So, as you are my puppet, you must do my bidding. You must slay the real Fantastic Four, just as I have toppled the puppet images. Namor, let's stop this useless struggle. Why must we always battle each other? What has made you turn against us? Turn against Sue? Stay back. The time for words is long past. I must put an end to you now. To all of you, I have no other choice. Although I can't see a sense in our presence here, it is a mental power, scissor control like the power of my stepfather, the Puppet Master. The Puppet Master, that would explain it. But it can't be. He's dead, or is he? The plant is my ultimate weapon. It releases a gas which no living creature can withstand, and these fumes shall destroy you all. Release the fumes, I command you. You must obey me. I must obey. I must kill them all. They are my enemies. It is their lives or mine. Yet Sue is among them, but I have no choice. Yet why must they perish? Why can I not stay my hand? Stay behind me, all of you. Whoever coming, I'll take it first. I ain't so easy to kill, and I'll give you time to erase the slummy wethead once for all. That's it, thing. Keep his attention on you while I take a few preventive measures. No, I can't. I won't. I can't murder the what? What happened? I didn't mean to activate the fumes. How were they released? What is controlling me? But you're still standing. It's impossible. Nothing can survive those lethal fumes. Not even you. You think I would be unprepared for such a deadly threat? I placed these flexogen packets in our faces for Are you struck? And now, Namor, for your final reckoning. You're too powerful, too unpredictable to be allowed to menace mankind any longer. One side, Sue. We got some mopping up to do. I want him first, just hit him and me, with no creepy fish helping him. Wait, all of you stop. You must listen to me. He doesn't know what he's doing. He isn't to blame for what's happening. Alicia was right. Namor learned some sort of spell or some evil influence. I know it. On the other side, they do not frighten the submariner. For the fateful moment, the giant octopus, which has been hurled up to the top of Namor's dome, the rampaging thing shatters in a thick plexiglass shell, and also display the most limitless strength. And then free once more to ravage the ocean, depths, the mighty creature, its uncontrollable rage, seeks a new victim to attack. Up ahead, something's waving tentacles towards me. Oh no, it's the beast, the giant octopus. It sees me. It's coming towards the sub. Too late to change course. Only one chance. I gotta control it for 1 second. I'd make a puppet of the deadly brute. He's coming closer, but he won't get me. I'll have him under control before one can touch the ship. No one can defeat the puppet master as long as I have my radioactive clay. But in his frantic haste, the puppet master overlooks a little detail which means the difference between victory or disaster for him. But since there's sculpture, the scissor sculptor forgot that you cannot control the mind of a creature which is almost mindless. And so, no, stay back. Back, command you. It's no use. He doesn't obey. He's trying to cross the sub. At the same split second, Submariner suddenly recoils as though his brain has received a violent shock. Oh, my head, my head. The pressure is gone. Look, something happened to Namor. No time for that now. The water is rushing through the gap hole above. Hey, the torch fixed it. He's welding together. This flame. So, you finally pulled your own way around here, hey, sonny boy? Knock it off, Thing. You know that if I had my own fan club, you'd be the first one to be volunteer to be president. What's been happening here? How dare you invade the sanctum of Prince Namor? Uninvited. Explain yourself. I'll be blankety blank. He's either the world's best actor or else he's really was under some kind of spell. So, have you come to me at last to share the underside of the main? No, Namor, much as you fascinate me, these are still of Reed. As for my heart, perhaps one day I'll be able to make a final choice, but not yet. Yeah, for this, I, Prince, does not beg. As for me, I have a mission yet to complete. I still must find my vanished people. Sooner or later, I shall locate them. I shall find the lost race of submariners. And then we shall see to whom this planet really belongs to. You hear me? We shall see. Now return to the surface. Now, you have no further business here. Take the girl, Reed Richards. Take her and hold her if you can. But heed my word, never shall she forget Prince Namor. Oh, go get the best before the cornball starts reciting Hamlet. Goodbye, Namor. I pray that someday you will lose your bareness from your heart, that you might become our friend. Friend, that is too mild a word for the submariner. Farewell for now. Yeech, all we need now is a brass band. I wonder if it really was the puppet master who was controlling Namor. Let's hope not, for if he still lives, then none of us are safe. You've always been safe, baby, as long as I'm around. I can't remember what brought them here, and yet I feel as though a terrible weight has been lifted from me. And so the Valiant Four leave the undersea realm of Prince Namor, the submariner, as they head on the most bizarre adventures of all time. But that's a tale for our next issue. And the next issue is this issue. We'll read it next time. See you then.